Welcome back to the Steps Arm Podcast. Unfiltered opinion, honest conversations, stories you won't hear in a briefing. Subscribe now and hear the side of service no one talks about, but everyone remembers. I'm your host, Tim Hunsaker, and I'm here with my co-host, Eric Hunter.
What up?
And Nassim Johnson.
What up? We ain't talked to y'all since like last year,
Jesus.
It's been a while, guys.
Say you're a father without saying you're a father.
Hey man, I gotta do it. I was getting fireworks and a lady while I was walking away was like, "Hey, Happy New Year." And she dropped it. She was like, tell everybody you haven't seen since last year, hey or something. I was like, bruh, oh my God, bro. Look at this lady, but I'm doing it here today, so I lived long enough to become the dad. The villain, the dad. I'm the dad.
Hey, that's right.
So, anyway, besides the New Year joy and the holiday season, we do have a topic of the day, which is, what's the topic?
What's the one piece of advice you got in the military that absolutely did not help?
I feel like my big thing with this is that everybody, we in the past we have talked about the people that just know it all, like those sergeants that got the power that didn't need the power, that type of deal.
Uh-huh.
And they're always the first ones to be like, oh yeah, this is the advice that you need. I'm gonna give you the best advice you ever had. And it's like the absolutely most useless advice, or just simply just not needed.
Yeah.
Tell me something I don't know.
Yeah.
That type of line.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fun. That's a funny topic. I have faith that I will be laughing before this is over.
Mm-hmm.
So hit
Yes.
me with the first.
I mean, I hope so. So I already read this one, but we're going to go ahead and just read it again. So we don't have context on this, but here's the comment. If you find a pair of boots under your bed when you return home, just walk away. And then the little bit of context that they give is, no shit, pretty sure the 06 was going through a divorce, but this is the worst advice you can say to returning soldiers. So, I mean, I commented back because I wanted a little bit more information.
About like where it was,
Yeah,
what
and
point
I was
in
like,
history.
but I mean, essentially I said, like, sounds like the 06 is going through it and trying to give good advice, but fell short.
Yeah.
No, I don't even think it was trying to give good advice, bro. I think bro was bent.
Yeah, a little bit too, yeah, I
You
mean,
tried to dress it up like it was advice. Nah, bro, you just wanted to get this shit off your chest, bro.
Yeah. I
My
mean,
wife
it's
is fucking somebody, bro.
definitely a Jody situation without a doubt.
Yeah, like, whoa, leave the bitch.
I
Cool.
keep thinking about this TikTok that comes back to me, or is it Instagram reel? Either way, same difference.
Uh-huh.
And it's like this dude talking about me prepping from coming home to see my wife with her new man, and he has like a banana in a gun holster and pulls out the banana and just like acts like he's shooting two people. And I'm like, it's like really dark humor, but it makes me laugh every time I see it.
Hey, the one thing I'm gonna say though, as much as this shit is unfortunate, hey, shout out Jody. I always want to be Jody in.
Yeah.
So anyways, I started blasting. She came to the house anyways, I started blasting.
So, I mean, I guess it would have been good advice to a guy in that situation where you come home and you could just walk away
Yeah.
instead of shooting everyone.
06 just come up and grab his hand while it's on the holster. You don't gotta do this.
Yeah, just walk away.
Just walk away.
So,
Oh, man.
I can
Okay.
see, yeah, maybe not the worst advice I've ever heard, but definitely poor delivery.
I mean, poor delivery, yeah. Just like I said, it fell a little short. This is still off topic, but Johnson just reminded me of like one of the comments we read in the last one with the blow.
Oh, yeah, the
Wow, yeah, wow.
Which
So
ironically
anyways, I just
was about a Jody.
It was a Jody
Was
Yeah,
talking about like your girlfriend getting banged. Blow.
wow. Big dick black motherfucker.
Yeah.
From the deep south.
From the
That's
deep
what it
south.
was. Yeah. Going back to the things my drill sergeant said.
Yeah. Man, that's wild.
Shout out Big Black Drill. Gave his old lady some Big Black Drill. Okay, all right. Next guy, where we at?
Next one we got, the entire embrace the suck thing can be taken too far, both in the physical and mental space. This one needs to be tampered with a sense of self-care.
How y'all feel about that? I got a loaded opinion, I think.
I agree in that a lot of times, like, those big, oh, just embrace the suck, and it's like, bro, no, like, you know, you break your freaking arm, they're like, oh, just embrace the suck, man, you'll be alright, or, you know, you're literally, you can tell somebody's suffering from, like, depression or anxiety or whatever, you're like, instead of going to see help, just, like, embrace the suck.
Yeah.
Like, life sucks, embrace it type
Yeah.
deal. It's like, no, bro, like, speaking from somebody who has gone through it, like, talk to somebody. Like, it's
Yeah.
not that.
Yeah,
don't just
Embrace
tell
a
them.
rational amount of the suck.
Yeah.
Don't
Right.
suck too much. You
Well,
gotta
I
limit
feel
how
If you
much
get to the
suck.
point where you're suck starting something, like, we should probably talk to somebody.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
When that becomes a consideration, I feel like you're at that level where it's like you're not embracing it anymore. You're past that point,
Yeah.
right? Like when we say embrace the suck, we're talking about like just like the routine bullshit that you
Yeah.
have to go through in the military, like
Like cyber awareness. I need to
yeah,
get
like cyber awareness training or any other online training that we have to do every year.
And you know,
classic.
like kind of tempering expectations to be like, hey, shit is gonna kind of go wrong sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
it's not gonna go to plan the way we expected sometimes, and that's okay. It might rain during that FGX.
And
Right,
gotta
you just have to
embrace it.
embrace it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just gotta kind of take that.
You gotta be 15 minutes early to the 15 minutes early. Just
Yeah.
embrace that you're gonna be there 30 minutes early.
Take that, take it.
Um,
Some people can embrace that.
but when the suck starts embracing you instead of you embracing the suck,
Yeah.
seek help.
Yeah. You get embraced like
Yeah.
so. Like, it's just
That's crazy.
firmly grasped.
Firmly.
All right, next comment, and this one has a ton of comments to the original comment.
Responses, yeah.
Yeah, so lots of shitty gym advice and encouragement to do more weight than I should have. That I'm pretty sure contributed to my severe back pain. All right. Now, I mean, I feel like we can all talk on this, all right,
Well,
you know, to an extent.
yeah, I just would say, like, you know, the number one thing that everybody kind of finds out at a certain point, maybe this didn't happen in this situation. I could see this going different in military environments, but that ego lifting shit, y'all, don't do that.
Yeah.
That ego shit, stop it. You go into the gym, you go in there to do some work, but you need to make sure it's safe and controlled. Kind of like everything else you're supposed to be doing anytime it's physical.
Mhm.
Be safe and controlled.
Yeah.
You go in there and ego lift if you want to. Anything that did with your back, that shit is permanent. When that back gets fucked up, it's over, baby. It's done.
It's not a fun experience.
No recovery for that. Even after surgery, bro. That back is fucked, bro. You
Yep.
get that back blown one good time. It's over, man. It's over. So what? Continue.
So the first, response was, I really wish I had better leaders that could have taught me how to pack a ruck properly or better rucking boots. Hell, even just about insoles. So I think it's supposed to be I've barely been wearing insoles for the past 6 months. It's such a game changer. Now I got a fucked up lower back and feet.
I think that's a fair critique.
And then somebody just commented this. They just with the
Yeah.
finger pointing up. And then and then somebody said sheep feet, a bit of an investment, but well worth the money. So I'm assuming that's either like socks or insoles or something along those. I haven't actually. I don't ruck enough.
Some form of footwear.
Never
to-
never heard of that one, but hey, I mean, if he says it was worth it, might be worth at least taking a look.
Yeah, I mean it's probably worth taking a look at. I mean that's actually, coming up since it's the new year. I mean I actually said I was going to ruck a little bit, so see how that goes. But so the OP, touched on this and said I'll look into it. Just got out, but debating going air guard, so I'll definitely need something for my feet. Surprisingly, got some insoles from TikTok, and they work great. So shout out TikTok, yeah.
Shout out TikTok shot.
And then we had another dude respond and said, which finally taught you how to properly ruck, and what kind of insoles exactly do you wear? And then the OP said, had only one show somewhat how to pack a ruck properly, but it still didn't seem right. Watched YouTube videos, but nothing ever worked. Just got told to not be a bitch and lengthen my stride. Had no idea I was flat-footed too, so that made it so much worse. And then he said, for casual shoes, just got regular Dr. Scholl's. For running, I got Arc Titan Arch support with TikTok, and they work really well. And we had a dude comment to that. He said, do you know of any good guides / videos on rucking now? I'm trying to learn the proper way, but been having some back pain. And he said, I'm not the source. um, response to that. Bold of you to assume any of them were smart enough to pack a ruck well. Um, something about wearing good shoes. Sorry, I'm not sure what he was trying to say. And then the OP responded, a lot of guys were active duty before, but they still had the stigma of us versus them. Active versus straight National Guard. And so he's basically saying that that's why they gave him shit advice.
Yeah, you get that a lot.
Yeah,
I mean,
unfortunately.
all I got to say is, like, anytime that you have somebody giving you advice in the gym, unless they have a good background and actually know what they're talking about, I take that advice with, like, a very, very little...
Generous grain of salt.
Yeah, like,
Older salt.
like, I'm not going to take it very literally, like, like our boss, for example, I would trust anything that he told me just because he's got experience in it, but aside from that, and, like, somebody that I'm paying to maybe help me, like a trainer or something like that.
Yeah, but they got degrees and stuff.
Yeah.
They
Or
literally
just
have-
anybody who has that track record in general.
Yeah.
Correct.
Something I do want to double back and say really fast. I let out a laugh whenever one of the comments was talking about somebody just being like, don't be a bitch. That's just not funny. That's one of our little toxic things that just kind of happens. I just want to say that's not funny, but anytime you hear it, it's just one of those things. It's like, oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course somebody was like, don't be a bitch. That's
Like-
what happens.
I'm surprised it took that long to hear. Don't
To
be a
hear,
bitch.
don't
like,
be a
yeah.
bitch. Yeah. It's one of our
Or don't be a
unfortunate-
pussy. Like those are like,
Mhm.
nah, man up. Like, what the fuck? All right.
Like, damn, bro, my back broke, bitch. What you mean, don't be a bitch, bro? I'm dying, bro. Have 3 shots in him. Hey, don't be a bitch, bro. Don't die, bro. That dying shit whack.
Walk that shit off.
Walk it off, bro.
Drink water.
Drink water.
Come on, bro. 50 Cent took 9, bro. Relax.
You took 3. Calm down.
Relax, bro.
So next comment, unpopular opinion, don't volunteer for anything.
Ooh.
As a private, I discovered that I would rather be on a shitty detail doing something rather than sitting around doing jack shit waiting for the shitty detail to get done. So throughout my career, I volunteered for things, and since I volunteered for the shitty ones that no one did, I would get picked for the cool ones with the best stories. Except clearing vehicles for customs, fuck that. I would rather burn shit, go back to basic training, or make love to a light socket.
Bro wanna be at the burn pit, bro. You trying to run up that claim.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Or you'll see a lot of the times. I mean, I know for me, if somebody volunteered for something, if I kept saying, "Oh, I need a volunteer," and I kept seeing the same people, I'd be like, "Bro, go away."
Yeah, nah. Yeah, go away.
I'd literally tell them, "Pick somebody else."
Yeah.
I was like, "You pick somebody else. I don't care who it is. You pick somebody else. I'm tired of seeing your face.
Yeah.
Pick somebody
Army
else."
quote, bro. Go away. I'm glad you
Yeah.
said that. I fucking
Oh,
love that.
go away is like my quotable quote.
Go away. Like,
Even when, like, instead of saying "good job," I'll just say "go away." That's what I do. But yeah, like every time I give the OPAD at RSP, they would finish something, and I would just be like, "All right, here you go like and they'd like, "Not good job." I'd just be like, "All right, go away,
Go away.
or get out of my face."
Yeah.
Get out of my face. But no, yeah, definitely. Volunteering is probably that, and yes, sitting around not doing anything while the task gets done gets boring.
Yeah.
It's 50-50 on whether I'd rather sit around or whether I'd rather do the bullshit. Depends on what mood I'm in.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on who I'm sitting around with.
That's true
You know.
too, or who I'm doing the bullshit with. Same.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'd say 50-50. Sometimes volunteer, sometimes don't volunteer.
The thing I'm gonna just say about it, I have to have this talk like every fucking month with like newer guys. But it's like the truth of the matter is, yes, it's a double-edged sword, right? You volunteer for everything, something happens as a byproduct of that is you become dependable. But dependability is what you want in everything you do, but especially the army, military, whatever branch you want that level of dependability because that means you're reliable. Okay. Anytime you're reliable, that's fucking great. So yes, the double-edged sword is the more you're reliable, the more you're gonna get used for shit. But it helps because you got this thing called a face card. You want a good face card. So
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like I said, double-edged sword. It comes with some drawbacks, but you'd much rather be on the side of the fence where you're getting overused in a way, but you have a great face card than the piece of shit bag that doesn't do anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Because they'll ask you if you want to go to the cool trainings and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
like he talks about. He's like, oh, you get to do some of the cool stuff. Yes, you do get to do some of the cool stuff. So, but hey, man, like you're a high speed soldier. Like, you want to go to this school and do this, or you want to go to this and do that. Like,
Yeah.
we'll pay. We got the funding to send somebody to a school, and we'd rather send you because we know you're gonna be successful at the school.
Right.
And spoiler alert, whenever it comes down to something that could be looked at as preferential treatment, it's not preferential. You volunteer so much that you earned it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
reliability. You're reliable. We know you're not going to go there and fuck up while you're at the class.
Oh man, of course they're gonna give it to him. No, of course they're gonna give it to him because he deserved it. He or she.
Yeah, because
They earned it.
they are reliable. They are dependable. They can do the job.
So
You
Yes.
are a classic shitbag. I don't know if you're going to even make it to the class, let alone freaking succeed at the class.
take that, take it. Yes.
So
Take that, take it.
So we had 87 upvotes on this, so there's a lot of responses.
Yeah.
A lot of it actually ties into what we were talking about. So, dude said, same. I'm 6'4", so I knew I couldn't hide.
Yeah, you cook, my boy.
fair point. Fair point.
So he said, volunteered and ended up usually having a good time. Sometimes to pass the boredom, it's easier to do something.
Sure.
And I feel like this is kind of talking, I don't want to say it's talking just to like National Guard specifically, because like even the active duty, like there's not always something to do.
Yes, true.
Right, like I mean, there's always going to be downtime.
Yeah.
Um,
No matter where you're at. That's just-
It's any job you have.
And then this dude said, I tell my Joes only volunteer for things that'll help your career. And I mean, I can agree with that. He said, Top is not going to remember you volunteering for cleaning duty.
I get what he means.
I do too. I mean, I can kind of speak on that just a little bit. I mean, like, I had a really, really good commander. That's actually probably the only reason I'm still in the Army. Because I was, like, right at that cusp of getting out. I think I had 14 days left. my enlistment, yeah.
Damn.
Really put that to the wire on that first
By
one.
the end of this month, bitch, I'm gone.
Uh-huh. And I remember getting a phone call from him at my last drill, personally. And he was just like, hey, Specialist Hunsaker at the time. And he basically was like, I just wanted to call and request for you to help me with something personally. This drill, XYZ, like, you know, I know that you're going to get it taken care of and whatever, right? And I was, of course, I said yes, it's my commander.
Sir.
So I showed up at like fucking 04:30 in the morning at this one location, and he was like, now, I didn't want to tell you what you were going to be doing on the phone because I knew that you would hate it, and he was like, but I need somebody that I can trust to run things. And he's like, so you're in charge of parking. So I literally had to like detour people for parking at one of the largest events that our state put on, and it was a joint, this is what kind of made it cool, I guess you could say. So it was a joint thing between the US and Canada, and it was all intelligence related. And so we like hosted like fake real interrogations and shit like that, right? So like I was in charge of like getting everybody where they were supposed to go for parking, but also like getting like the important people to where they were going to park so that they could go in and out and move around and get where they needed to go, whatever, right? And whatnot. So I did that. I won't say perfectly, but without any issues. And then it was like immediately after that, I got like recognized, whatever, by a colonel, and then the adjutant general of our state recognized me, all in the same fucking drill, which is horrible. And then it was like the next day, I got a phone call, and they were like, "Hey, so did you still want to get out?" And I was like, "No, like I'll extend for a year, you know, whatever, right?" Like that kind of like dumb shit. But it was after that that I got like orders, that I got invited to things. You know, I got to do best warrior competition, and it was like all things that like I'm not saying that I didn't get the opportunity to do those things, but it wasn't like I wasn't being personally called and being
Yeah.
like, hey, like we want you to come and do this because we know that you're going to be reliable, kind of thing, right? So I mean, yeah, like volunteering for stuff is good, but volunteering for those like things that are going to progress your career, I definitely think is going to be important. Sometimes you don't know what you're volunteering for. Somebody will just walk out and be like, hey, I need 3. right?
Hey,
You know,
hey,
you
when
just
you got a certain
roll
pay
the,
grade,
you roll
hey,
the
roll with
dice.
that.
You
You
roll
roll
the
with that
dice.
shit. They said they need 3. Hey, shit, I'm 1. That's what you. Hey, you got to do it. You got to do it sometimes.
See,
Well, but I also feel like those are the best ones a lot of the time
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they're like, I don't want to let you know what you're going to be doing because I know a lot of people are going to want to do it. So I only want those ones that are truly willing.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying too, man. Yo, a lot of those like shitty details. I don't know about y'all, but I swear most of those shitty details, as much as they've been shitty, those are some of the best experiences you go through. Like
Mhm.
the people you doing it with, especially like that's something I would advise y'all to do too, man. Whenever you got to do all this volunteer shit, hey, get somebody on board with it that you fuck with, that you cool with.
Yeah.
Get a homeboy, homegirl that you like. So even if it's a shitty job, y'all do that shit together. It'll be alright. I promise. It's cool.
Well, like,
It's enjoyable.
when I was doing that parking detail, like, I somehow, I don't know what this chief warrant officer did, but he was a CW3, and I'll always remember him because he was awesome, and it was a great experience. Let's just put it that way. Bro's an Apache pilot, and I don't know why he was parking cars. Right, with
That's
a
fucking
specialist.
weird. Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, like, and I had to even ask him. I'm like, Chief, what did you do? And he was like, well, I decided I didn't want to fly anymore, and he's like, after my third deployment, and 2 kids and all that stuff, and he's like, and I was actually going to just get out, and he's like, but I only had 2 years left, and so I just got put in a non-TDA unit where I could just fucking sit and finish out my 2 years and retire. And I was like, oh damn, like okay. So he's just like, just got to do the bullshit for 2 years and
Yeah.
was
Hey,
whatever.
make it do what he do.
And but like ironically, he's still in, and this was 6 years ago.
Wow.
Um,
He got roped in like yo. He got roped.
well, yeah, there's more of a story behind that, but making him as a friend from this one detail actually significantly helped me when I became a recruiter. Because I don't know if you've ever had people who want to fly, but he was like my go-to person for those people to talk to
Hell
either
yeah.
talk them into it or to talk them out of it.
Mhm.
Because he could do either one. So, and it was like, I mean, we talked more on like side hustle stuff, but then we also talked a lot about business because like he had a huge background in like software engineering and stuff like that was like what he did in the civilian sector. But then he flew Apaches for the military, right?
that's pretty cool.
So like he was a cool dude to know, right? And so anyway, we helped each other on both sides of the coin there. But you never know who you're gonna meet at those details because like that's where you can really like branch out and maybe find your next home too, because like things might not be great on the grass that you're in now, but they could be great somewhere else.
I know my lieutenant, whenever I was kind of over my platoon, while all my other sergeants were deployed.
Yeah.
I know he hated me because I hate I need 3. I hate that. Hate it. Can't stand it.
Oh, so that's why you look like that earlier.
Yeah,
It's like a
yeah.
knee jerk.
Yeah. I always try to give everybody I'll give you at least one sentence of what I need done. Like, it'll be, hey, we got to do inventory. I need 3. Or, hey, we need to unload this Connex. I need 3. Like, I'm at least gonna give you a half of a sentence as to what the detail is about. And so my lieutenant would be like, hey, Sergeant Hunter, we need 5 people for a task. And I'll be like, well, sir, what's the task? He'd be like, don't worry about that, Sergeant Hunter. I'm like, I'm going to worry about that. What do you need 5 people for,
Now
sir?
I would say for lieutenant to you,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you need that information.
That's
yes,
fair.
I
agreed.
think you need that information also because you're going to be delegating the task. I think if you know the people around, the reason why you need that information is who can I depend on to actually complete the task.
That's
Now,
true.
Joe's, maybe they don't need the information because Joe's like the bullshit too.
It's true.
I need 5. Oh shit. Let me just.
Oh
let
yeah,
me leave,
don't
bro.
get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Especially if I'm willing to give you the information and then you start trying to freaking shirk out. Like every time I ask, because we got to do inventory like once every other month. I feel like in my unit.
Yeah.
If I start saying, oh, we need people to do inventory, and like nobody or like the same people do it because inventory's easy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tedious, but it's easy.
Yeah.
Right.
And so like we get the same people to do it because they're like, oh, I know that that's going to be an easy task. And then they wouldn't do the other shit. So like, yeah, if I keep seeing the same people come up, I'd be like, all right, go away.
Yeah.
Like send somebody else. You're going to go do some BS because you want to keep trying to take the easy task.
I mean, I feel like, especially coming from like your lieutenant to you, you still need more information because whatever the task is, you might need more specific skills for it, like
Yeah.
you know, coming from like the engineers and like the SFC, and then some time with the special forces. Like, if they came to me and they were like, "Hey, Sergeant, we need some people to come and help with this," be like, "Great." So them coming to me and saying, "Hey, we need somebody that can drive like a Hemet or something like that with a flat rack. I need somebody that's experienced driving a Hemet and
Yeah.
lowering a flat rack
Yeah.
and then loading it properly, right?"
Yeah.
Like, so now I know, okay, I need this guy because he's the only one that's available
Yeah.
that can do that,
Yeah.
and then I need a couple others.
My point
Right.
exactly. Literally about that.
You know,
Yeah.
so
You gotta know who
I,
can
I
do this
get
shit.
I get the whole like, hey, I need 3, but I feel like that's more of like your menial tasks. You know, like
Yeah.
anybody can do this task, kind of a thing. But if it's like usually when a lieutenant's coming to you, saying, hey, I need a couple people, like, you know, I mean, if they're a new lieutenant, then they might just not know what they don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
That was the issue with my unit because we were a detachment.
Yeah.
So lieutenants would come to us first.
Oh shit.
Um,
Sorry.
we would even get some that were like cadets, and they would be like, "Oh, he's just gonna be like your acting lieutenant."
Yeah,
It's like,
I was gonna say, having been with the ROTC for as long as I was, I feel your pain.
Yeah. So, and we usually get the one straight out of the Citadel, so you know
Oh man.
they already got a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah,
So,
for
Yeah.
sure.
so it kind of Now you understand where I'm coming
For
from.
I know that was great.
Yeah, great is definitely the description for it.
No, my favorite was always when we had that dude that would come up and be like, "Oh, well, I'm on the like they're in like the Ranger Challenge team." And I'm like, I don't care.
Oh,
Yeah.
brother.
Like, that's cool. You're gonna break your body for 2 OML points. Congratulations,
Yo.
you're still fucked up.
Yo, chill.
Like, Jesus. Doesn't make that big of a
Oh,
difference in your
shit.
career, bro. All right, let's move on before we
Yeah, let's
switch over to that. We still had a couple more comments.
It's funny that started with a detour story.
Sorry.
Detour.
So next person said, "Preach. Every cool thing I've ever gotten to do in the Army is directly or indirectly related to me volunteering for something at some point." Yes and no. I feel like sometimes you're just the only one capable. Occasionally. And then we've had this guy comment before. Good old RSP War Hero.
Shout out RSP War Hero, man. Yeah.
He said the same mentality, volunteering for nearly everything, even on this list of last-minute schools. Even battalion had airborne. I got past less than 2 years left, and now I'm going air guard. So basically, he's saying he volunteered for everything. He got passed up
For the cool shit.
For the cool shit. I mean, it happens. Like, you know, people play favorites. Like, you know.
At the end,
Yeah,
at the end of the day, it's just because you volunteer for everything. It's also still about who you know. Most places.
Yeah, yeah. Well, especially if
Yeah.
like you might volunteer for it, but like, did you show out? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because if it's not like a memorable, like you volunteered for this and like you did a really good job, nobody's gonna care.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool, the task was accomplished.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's just my opinion, but.
That
And
exceeds.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're looking for that exceeds. Yep. So next person said, I totally agree with this to the comment above. And then somebody said, just curious, what made orders for clearing vehicles so bad? And we got a story from OP, and it's
Oh, shit.
it's lengthy, so bear with me.
POP, hold it down.
It wasn't orders; it was clearing them for customs to go home after spending 13 months in Iraq. It was supposed to take 8 hours with 2 Joes per Humvee and 12 per Deuce, but customs were dicks, so it took longer. No pinchable dust anywhere, and there are a fuckload of places dust could get. We had to start with them on the ground, then spray them with hoses and brushes. Then drive them up on these concrete platforms so we could go under them. It was so bad we were stabbing holes in the floorboards. There was no room for Camp Doa, the old base in Kuwait City. So we had to stay up north at Virginia, north of Buring. So we were leaving at 04:30 in the morning to be on the racks at 06 until 1800, then weren't getting back until 20 to 2100, barely time to shower until we got up a few hours later. Oh, and you better shave on the bus. The entire time it was windy and in the 50s, so we were soaked even with wet weather gear after the first 30 minutes. So it was like that wet, bone-chilling cold, sand in the air, got everywhere, and even after we dried them off, it would stick on the inside of the uniform, and you'd be walking in sandpaper. I've experienced this. It's not fun. We were so nasty that they wouldn't even let us go to chow. So we had to eat box lunches on picnic tables for breakfast, lunch, and then on the bus for the way home. We were told in advance to only wear one pair of DCUs for the entire 2 weeks because we didn't have time to drop off laundry. Multiple times they found unexploded ordnance, including another unit that had taken an armor-piercing RPG into a soft skin and driven from Baghdad to Kuwait with the warhead, so we had to just go off to a safe distance and do fucking nothing except hang out in the wind and cold as fuck. Everyone was pissed off, along with lots and lots of untreated PTSD, miserable, and just wanted to go home. Customs dudes were ranging fuckheads that I'm honestly surprised no one went to blows with. And as a final fuck you, we ended up driving some of them to the quarantine yard to be parked and had to detail to drive some other units from there to the SPOD or the port that had been sitting for who knows how long and were covered in fucking dust. So all that misery was just a bunch of theater, and that's what I remember. 20 years later, just pure misery. I'm not joking when I say that I would rather take a taser to my balls than do it again.
Damn. Free my dog.
There, when I went into Afghanistan, we stopped in Manis, in Kyrgyzstan.
Mhm.
Manis got shut down like right after we went through there, so it was like we were one of the last people to go through there. To tell, Manis is like in the mountains, and it was cold as fuck, and we were staying in like World War II looking barracks. Like, it was terrible. It was night the entire time I was there. We were there for like a week and a half. And I'd only say a week and a half because I don't know exactly how many days we were there because it was just dark all the time because we were like, apparently something went wrong with one of the planes. And when we were getting off of the plane, when we first landed, like they were like, oh, we need a detail for baggage detail. Like I said, cold as fuck. All my cold weather gear was in my bag. So I was like not trying to be on this detail. I literally was bending down because I had my bag underneath of the chair in front of me. So I bent down to pick up that bag, and my platoon sergeant was like, Hunter, I see you trying to freaking duck out, so I can't see you. You're on this fucking detail. And just as soon as he said bone chilling cold, anytime I hear the word bone chilling cold, I just think back to unloading those bags. And that was only like a 3-hour detail, and that was probably the worst detail I've ever been on in the military.
Did you fight him afterwards?
Nah,
Damn.
he's not even in anymore.
Of course not. Damn.
Yeah,
We gotta run that favor.
bro.
We gonna
I
find
was-
his
the worst detail I've ever been on in my whole life. Luckily, they put him he was in Kandahar while I was in Bagram, and so I didn't see him the whole deployment.
Oh.
So
So
that's
that-
probably
yeah.
a good thing.
Shout out to the place.
It's a great thing.
Shout out to the place.
It's a great thing.
I mean, I've been on some shitty details too. Like I feel this person's pain. Like I said, like the sandpaper, just literally being so gross all the time. Like mine was a mixture of sand and salt because we were on the coast, and like I don't want to say that's worse, but I mean it sucked.
Yeah.
Like because you just can't. There's you can't get it all off of you, and then like even if you're washing your clothes, like it's in the air, it's windy, it's almost instantaneously getting back on you.
Dang.
And it was humid enough where we were at, just because of the weather was really weird. That it, like this dude was saying, like it would literally stick to you as soon as you walked out. So I feel his pain, and like, you know, sometimes you just gotta do it and move on.
Yeah.
Like it just, again, they didn't know that it was gonna be that shitty. It just ended up being that shitty. So. Yep. All right. We'll move on to the next comment. So only pussies go to sick call. So I was waiting for this one. I've been waiting for this one because I knew it was going to happen. I mean, I completely disagree. right? Like, I feel like there is a reason for sick call. It's there for a reason. Definitely advise that you go if needed. But don't go for, like, the dumb shit. Like, go with a purpose, have a reason for being there. Don't waste the doctor's time.
Yeah,
Yes.
and don't try to dodge some training or something. Like we had a lot of, especially in basic, there were a lot of people that whenever we were going to the tower, the rappel tower, and they're scared of heights, they're like, "Oh, I got the sniffles. I need to go to sick call." And that's where that whole only pussies go to sick call comes from. Is people would
Yeah.
use it, sick call rangers, right? They would
Yeah.
use it to dodge the bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey man, y'all do what y'all do. Yeah, just don't try not to do it for that bullshit. But hey, bro, if you got a reason to go to sick call, bro, you got to go to sick call. I had a homeboy of mine. He had an underlying issue, and he was constantly trying to go to sick call, but there's a lot of toxic leadership being like, oh, don't be on that bullshit, don't be a little bitch, all of that. He ended up getting med boarded for that reason, that underlying issue that people were trying to say he was being a bitch about. So if you got an actual issue, take your ass to sick call, man. Don't worry about that stupid shit. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
Or that trying to like toxically employ, like embrace the sucking shit. Hey man, don't. Hey bro, rational. Always be rational. Just be rational.
No, I agree. So we had a couple of responses to this. So we said to add to this, soldiers giving unsolicited advice when you are hacking up lung information, or really any medical advice in general with no medical knowledge, none of which involves going to sick call.
Zero. I have zero medical background. Come on, y'all.
And then we had some dude say, I broke both my shoulders at the same time, twice, and I've
Damn.
never been to sick call.
What
And
the
then
fuck?
some dude commented on that and said, you're doing your part. I mean, alright. Like, when we're talking sick call, alright, like you only really go to sick call when you're on orders, right?
Yeah.
So,
And something like breaking your shoulders, you probably went straight to the emergency room.
you went to you went to the emergency room. You didn't go to sick call. Like,
Yeah.
alright, anyway, we'll just move on.
Yeah, that's just crazy. How the fuck you broke? Yeah, that's
I don't know
I
how
mean-
you break both of your shoulders. I mean, like, you really had
crazy. And
to,
twice.
And twice.
at the same time.
Yeah, you got brittle
I-
ass
I-
shoulders.
I do kind of want to hear the story on how you broke your shoulders. That's just, I've never heard of somebody like breaking. I've heard of dislocating.
Yeah, I've dislocated my shoulders.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I've never heard of somebody breaking their shoulder. That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know on that one. All right, next comment. You get what you put in. Passed PT test. Went to BLC. Volunteered for orders. Went on stupid activations with the others that got out by not answering their phones. Did what I was told and kept a good attitude. Still got treated like a shitbag, and wouldn't let me progress my career. You can do all the right things and still not get any benefit from it. Then he said, oh, just reclass and change units. Yeah, that's still a huge risk because you still don't know what you're going to walk into.
It goes to the whole, is the devil you know better than the devil you don't?
Yep. Yep.
That's, yeah. So reclassing, I mean, yes, if you are having a terrible time, you weigh the option. Like, is the devil I don't know better than the devil I do? Should
Well, I
I
feel like-
reclass and try something different?
Generally speaking, if you're having a shitty experience wherever you're at right now, it's not typically the lower level's fault.
No.
It's typically the higher ups. Like, it's generally going to be, like, I wouldn't even say platoon sergeant. I would say it's above the platoon sergeant.
I don't know. I'm
But-
50-50 on that.
but
I
it-
do
but
get
it-
what you mean.
But it always depends, right? Because you could have just like a shit platoon sergeant that thinks that they're God's gift, and you know, like they just make your life miserable every time that you have to do anything with them. But you know, this is where like volunteering for stuff and like getting to know people in other places. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm not gonna say that if somebody came to me and like, hey, like, how are things in your unit? Am I gonna talk up my unit? I will if I like it. Right? If things are good, yeah, I'm going to talk highly about it. But if things suck just as much as what you're probably venting to me about how your unit sucks, I'm probably going to be like, hey, man, like, we have the same shit. Right? And so it's like, you should kind of already know, before you even make that decision to leave, what things are like in that other unit. And I mean, like, you don't want to talk to, like, the readiness NCO, because their job is completely different.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they do it every day.
Yeah.
You want to talk to, like, the Joes at the lower level that are dealing with the same shit you're dealing with right now. Or, whatever level you're at.
Yeah, and that's the only comment I was gonna make about the devil you know versus the one you don't. It's just like you can do enough due diligence or vetting to like, even though you don't know him, you're never gonna know the devil until you're with him. You get what I'm saying? Like you would never know until you actually switch the unit or whatever, because it's all up to
like
the face they put on. But
I mean,
you can vet to try to help it.
I feel like you're one of the few that's switched units a couple of times. Like, I've always just been attached. Like, never actually left a unit other than to come to recruiting.
Yeah.
So, like, it's like, anytime that I did work for the Special Forces or the artillery, like, I just got attached to them for a little bit of time. But I still,
Yeah.
I didn't
like
drill with them necessarily. I just did work for them during the week because I was on orders.
my
But-
first MP unit I was in. I actually really liked all the people in the unit. Loved being with the unit. The only issue I had was that our first sergeant would keep us there until 11 o'clock at night sometimes.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, and then anybody who knows him, as soon as I start talking, like if I put on his voice and start talking like him, which I'm about to, and everyone who listens that knows him will know exactly what I'm talking about, because he would always have the same speech every morning. It would be, PT, 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 it's a showstopper, gentlemen. You got to make sure you're doing, you want to get promoted, I'm going to ask you, did you pass last PT test? And he would say, no, first sergeant. That's exactly how he would talk. PT, showstopper.
Showstopper. That shit funny as fuck. I was feeling that.
Dude, that's like the old Army way, though.
Yeah,
That's some old
100%.
school shit right there.
And he would always like, I would pass my PT test, but like this was back when the 2 mile run was, I was 18, 19, so it was 15:54 is what I had to run it in.
Yeah.
And I'd probably
15:36.
run that thing in like 15:30, and he'd be like, man, Private Hunter, Specialist Hunter, like, we gotta get a little bit faster, don't we, man? Like, here, I'm gonna show you how to run, man. I was like, look, first sergeant, I don't even know how to run. Like, I'm passing my PT test. I hate PT. Like, I don't like running. I max the sit-ups.
You hate PT?
Yeah,
It's a showstopper.
it's true. I'd max my sit-ups.
They're
I'd do
gonna do
well
something
on
about that.
my push-ups, and I would barely pass my run, and I'd keep it pushing. Like, that's, but he hated that. He hated that I did that.
Yeah, that shit is so funny. He's literally the showstopper.
The
Like,
showstopper.
if your PT's ass, he will stop the show on your career.
Yeah, but then I moved to the other MP unit to go with them to Afghanistan, and I just the connection that I had, I didn't fit in as well. A couple of the people from my unit came with me, like they took like 20 of us, and so like I kind of just hung out with them, but otherwise I don't feel like I really fit in with the new unit. And then I went with them again to Cuba, and I mean I made some friends, but it just like. That's really what I almost got out, just simply because I felt like I didn't fit in with the MPs.
Dang.
And I just didn't like it. And then they were like, hey, you can go, you got two options, because they folded the flags on my original unit, and they were like, you got two options. You can go to the engineers, or you can get out. And I was like, well, I'll give you one more year, and I'll try these engineers out, because I really don't want to, like I've been in for, at that point, 8 years. I don't just want to give up on my military career if I don't have to, because I'm already this far in.
Yeah.
So I'll give you one more year. This still sucks. Like I'm still below 10 years, so it's fine. Like I at least didn't reach the halfway threshold.
Yeah.
Engineers, I fit in so well with them. Love them guys. Best. They were my people.
Yeah.
They were my people.
Yeah. This is the way. Yeah.
Yeah, this is the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess being a part of just like my platoon, we were a detachment, so we were just a platoon-size element, and so just that small group was just so much of a better experience for me. And I refell, like, I went to become a recruiter.
That
Like,
nice-
I fell in love with the
nice
military
tight
so much again.
interpersonal bond.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I started, there was literally only 4 of us. There was only 4 of us in the unit when I started. And then we
Yeah.
built up to like 60 by the
Yeah,
time I
look at
left.
that. Look at that.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I loved that.
First descendants. Nah,
No.
that's not what that was.
Them people, the people from my unit still call me.
Yeah.
And
Made an
just-
impression. It's
Yeah.
good. It's good.
It's good people. Good people.
All right.
Some like-minded souls.
Another response. I once had a triangle rule. You have to have 2 of the 3 to succeed in the Army. Luck, leadership, and skill. I actually kind of like this. He said if you have one component, you won't succeed no matter how much you put into it. So even if you're the luckiest motherfucker in the world,
If you don't have any
if
skill,
you don't have any skill
I don't know.
or good
I
leadership,
don't know if
nothing's
your luck
gonna
stat,
happen,
I don't
man.
know, bro. If your luck stat 99, bro, I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I mean,
don't
we.
know, bro.
look, I played Fallout. If you max out your luck stat, you still can't shoot.
Hey,
And you gonna miss.
hey, this Fallout we talk about. I
I'm
don't
just
know,
saying.
man.
I'm just saying, if you don't have
Real
any,
life, you got a 99 luck stat, boy. I think your ass might be alright.
yeah, I mean,
I
yeah,
think you might be alright.
yeah,
Different type of situation.
yeah.
I'm
but-
saying, bro, that 99 luck stat, man, that'll make it look like you got more than the one out of the triangle. You
Well,
got 99 luck
hey,
stat.
look, all I'm gonna say is, to quote Meatloaf,
Okay.
2 out of 3 ain't bad,
Hey, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I agree.
I agree.
but you gotta have 2.
Another
It's only a
dude.
67.
Another dude commented said some people really underestimate how much luck plays a role in your career.
100%.
Can't disagree. I'm
Hey, he said under, right? Or over?
They underestimate
Oh.
how much luck plays a
But
role in people's career.
How much luck
That's what I'm
plays
saying. You
a
got that
role in
99.
your life?
In life, yeah, just in general. Like, by happenstance, you ran into this person, right? Like, I mean, I kind of touched on that with me running into that one warrant officer that, like, I mean, he literally changed the course of my career,
Yeah.
right? Like, yeah, my commander had something to do with that, but so did that warrant officer, because, like, we talked about, like, how important it is to retire and the benefits and all that shit. Like, things that I'm not going to say I didn't know, but, like, I kind of forgotten about because of some other bullshit,
Yeah.
right?
Because that can happen. That's one of the most
Mhm.
common things that can happen. So much bullshit get in front of you, you forget about why you're doing something.
Yeah.
That shit is very easy to have happen to you. Or you forget about not why you're doing it, but what's available to you while you're doing it. At least.
To quote a very good friend of mine that got me into recruiting, he said, just never forget your why.
Yep.
Yes.
And yeah, that's 100% was my issue. I had completely forgotten my why until I switched the engineers. So,
Well, and I feel like, you know, especially because of, you know, working with the RSP for a long time and being a recruiter for a while now, it's okay for your why to change over the course
100%.
of your career,
Yeah.
right? Because, like, you may have originally joined to go to college.
yeah, like me.
All right. No, I wasn't using you as a
And then
prime
didn't go to
example.
college. I get it. I get it. Go ahead.
Adaptive why, guys.
But, like, I mean, you could join because you want to go to college and then get into your unit or get to your first duty location and just love the military, and your why can completely change to, I'm here because I love the people and I want to take care of my Joes, right?
Why I could become, I'm here because I have a family.
Yeah, it could become, you know, 1st and 15th. I mean, like,
Yeah.
that's not a bad why.
Your
All
why
right.
could be, I just want to make it a better army for the Joes up under me.
Yes.
Whoa.
Because you had a bad experience coming up as a Joe. Maybe, you know. But yeah, the why is flexible. It can change. It can adapt.
But it is important, regardless. Like, you got to have a why to put up with some of the dumb shit that we have to deal with all the time.
Oh, 1000%.
All right, next comment. Remember the fundamentals, like it's magically going to make up for your lack of range time.
Yo, so like he. All right, man. All right.
All right, do you want me to read this
Yeah,
next
go
comment
ahead, go
first?
ahead,
All right.
go ahead. All right, man.
All right, I guess it's kind of like PT in the Guard. You're expected to do it on your own time.
Yeah.
All right. So what I want to say is, those fundamentals are important though. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. They're just still important. Because I've had times where, and range time does go into this too. I think that actually could be the argument. If you have range time, you wouldn't forget these fundamentals. But
True.
I've had times where I would go and I would qual. And I would go up there and put up some bullshit. I couldn't kill none of the bad guys. Okay? But as soon as I remembered those fundamentals and I actually employed those fundamentals throughout the iteration, I would pass. So I'm just saying, I don't know.
No, I mean, fundamentals are important. And, I mean, it's like these guys are saying with, like, the PT and the stuff like that, right? Like, if we're talking between guard and active duty, right? Like, yes, active duty does PT together roughly on a daily basis, you know.
Or at least should be.
It should be, right? But they also only go to the range once a year.
Hey,
so,
come on.
so I mean, like that's why the fundamentals are so important, is because it's the basics of which you're going to qualify,
Yes.
right? Like you don't have to go to the range that often. I mean, like.
Somebody just caught a Pokemon, guys. Don't worry about it.
Something happened.
I forgot my phone was on speaker.
Strike one.
It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know if you got anything else you want to touch on that, but
I mean, you talking about for the fundamentals?
Touch on it.
Look, you get at least the few times I qualified, you get 3 attempts, and then we just go put somebody who can shoot in the lane next to you, and they just gonna shoot.
Hey, yo, so this is the shit. Yo, hey, that shit happens more than you think. That shit happens more than you think, and it can get even more criminal than that.
hey man, hey, I mean, I've actually shot on a range. Okay, then I'm not gonna say where this was. I was on a range and it was not like a Murph range, and it was malfunctioning. Like it was definitely not working. In my lane specifically, you were getting a 20. You were getting a 23 regardless if you hit any of the fucking targets. It was one of those, right?
Yeah,
and so it's like,
shows on that
yeah,
one.
those are the good ones. And so I remember, like, I'm sitting here, and I've never had a hard time qualing personally, but this one time I was like maybe like 4 months post shoulder surgery. And so I was having a really hard time holding the rifle up for a long period of time just because my shoulder. I was still doing like physical therapy. I was technically supposed to be in a sling, but I kind of said fuck it.
Yeah, I fucked up my shoulder before I went to go qual, and I was like, oh shit, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, this shit actually hurts.
Yeah. And so I'm like sitting here with like the whole like wrap the sling around, you know, like really support it good kind of thing. And I'm like shooting on this thing, and I ended up shooting like a 37. There's no way I hit that many targets. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I already know I didn't hit that many targets. And I just remember, like, looking over, and my platoon sergeant is, like, beelining for my lane. Like, just trudging. Like, I could see him, like, trying not to run on the range, you know, because you're not supposed to do that shit. And he was like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of here. And I was like, whoa. And he was like, you qual, get off. And I'm like, okay. Like, I hadn't even, like, collected my shit yet. Like, didn't clean up any of my brass.
Don't worry about it. Just go.
He's like, just go.
Get the fuck out of here.
And then my lane was, like, everybody wanted that lane. Because, everybody was shooting really, really good out of that lane. Because if you hit 10, you're getting a 33.
Mother went from a 12 to a 39. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
There was one of the ranges here. If you used to be able, I don't know if you still can or not. Of course, it's been years since I've had a qual, but you could double tap the targets.
Mm-hmm.
So if you double tapped them while they were going down, it counted twice. And we had people who were getting like 50 something.
Motherfuckers lighting them 50s up, boy. Yes, sir.
And they would be like, all right, motherfuckers. Like now they finally found a way to start tracking when you double tapped it. And they would take away a point if you double tapped the target. But at first they were like, people were coming back getting like 60s. And it's like, bro, there ain't even 60 targets out there. What are you doing?
Like, come on, bro. What the fuck?
You just subtract it down to 40 and we're good.
Yeah,
because we would give you extra ammo, man. Like,
oh my
we
gosh.
would not be throwing you, like,
Oh, yeah.
every mag would be fucking 30-round mag.
Oh, yeah, that's another one that happens. All right, I'm going to just put this shit on wax now. Hey, bro.
This is some real
From our neck of
content,
the
right?
woods, yeah, this some hood rat shit. I ain't gonna lie. From our neck of the woods, though, bro, if your ass can't shoot, you got them detachable patches. Your shit ain't sold on, somebody gonna become you.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Shang Tsung, they finna become you.
Our big thing was you had 2 attempts, and then we'd give you, instead of just, what was it, like one 10 round or 2 10 rounds,
like
and
2 10 rounds, a 20, or all of them be 10, shit like that. Yeah,
we would just give you all of them would be 30s.
Yeah, all of them be.
I mean, it's supposed to be a 20-10-10.
Yeah, and we just have all of them be 30s. And be like, all right, man. Just don't come back
Still
with
come
ammo.
back with any ammo.
Yeah. Boy, I done been that soldier, bro. I was like, hey, bro, give me like 2 extra mags, bro. All these need to be 20s. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're gonna get off the range, bro. We're gonna get off this range.
I think my favorite thing that I ever ran into, I had this super, super dope warrant officer. Was like new to the unit, didn't know him very well, but he had like a lazy eye, and that's why he was so memorable. It's because it was funny. Cause
He had a shitbag guy. Go ahead.
Oh, that's crazy.
No, dude, no. Well, he had a crazy story for how it happened too. Like, one of his brothers was like, they were fucking around with like a wire hanger, and it like caught his eye and like pulled the cord in the back behind the eye.
Oh my
and it
god.
like fucked up his eye, so it was like basically crooked. And
What?
he'd tried a couple times to have it like surgically repaired and it never fixed it. So
Oh
anyway,
yeah, nah, you gotta embrace that shit.
yeah. Anyway, we're sitting at the range and the Murph range wasn't working, so we're shooting Alt C, which if you know what that is, you'll understand. And we had this one kid, and he was a cadet, and he'd already shot his rifle when he jumped into the foxhole once, and so we were like, "You're done," taking his weapon away, and like, "You're done," right? Because we don't need any NDs, right? And then we had another one from another cadet, and we're like, "Okay, have any of you cadets been to basic training?" Neither of them had. So we're like, "Yeah, you can't shoot. Like, move over here." Well, they still had to technically qual, right? And so it was like we were joking, and this CW2 at the time, comes walking over, and he's like, "Oh, I got it, Sergeant Hunsaker." And I was like, "Oh, what?" And he's just like, "I got my 5.56 pin." And he just walked over, boom, 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 boom on the target.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
They all qualled with the 5.56 pin.
Yeah, I've 100% seen that.
Yes, sir. Hey, you gotta make it. Hey, man. Hey, man.
Anyway,
Thinking
we're
of-
way off on a tangent.
Yeah, yeah.
Thinking about ND, I'm gonna say this because we're playing a lot of Arc Raiders. So I have like I keep my controllers with like hair triggers on them, so they're like hypersensitive.
Yeah.
And I just have a terrible habit of when we're loading into a game, like playing on my phone, and my controller will be sitting on my lap. So as soon as the game goes off, turns out my leg was like hitting the right triggers a little bit. And so as soon as we load in the map, you just hear pop, and I'll be like, "Oh, my bad, just a little ND." And of course, my buddies are not in the military that I play with, so they make the joke of, "Oh, desk pop is what they always say every time I do it." And I'm like, "Nah, just a little ND, don't worry." And they're like, "The fuck? Like, what's that?" I'm like, a little negligent discharge.
Negligent discharge.
Well, I actually got one of those. We might explore the story one day, but I actually got a lynch roll indeed.
Oh man, that's crazy.
In my career, yeah, that's it.
It happens.
It's too horny, you know.
It'd be like that
It just
sometimes.
shot out.
Our next comment, I'm not sure if this is most meant to be a joke, but it just says the Army values.
Oh,
So, I mean, you know,
you know, shit.
some,
Wait, so it's like advice that you got that was useless. That's the whole idea.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think that the Army values are useless.
Well, I'm assuming the angle would be something along the lines of living the Army values, or the implication that you need to embody the Army values. But OP is saying, "Fuck out of here." That's some bullshit.
well, and
I
the
could be wrong,
comments,
but-
the responses to the comment are, it's not about what you do, it's about what you get caught doing.
You see what I'm saying?
All right, and then somebody touches on this a little bit more and elaborates, and they're like, the charitable reading is, if you do something good, but no one knows it, it won't benefit your career. So make sure you're reporting your good work. Okay, now, I mean, I'll go a little bit further and kind of tie it into the first comment. You want to only get caught doing the good stuff.
Right.
You don't want to get caught doing the dumb, bad shit that you're not supposed to be doing.
All that hood rat shit.
All right.
You gotta be real
And I'm not saying, like,
intentional.
those are the memories that you want to, like, you know, you'll remember those for life.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like sometimes that hood rat shit needs to get done.
That's true.
Hey, oh, for
100%
sure,
agree.
for sure.
Well, it's like,
Sure.
oh man, now I gotta remember where this was. I think it was freaking, he's a recruiter in Pennsylvania, but Sergeant Knucklehead on, on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yo,
Love that dude. All right, so he's sitting here and he's like asking some questions about who needs to get tasked out for a detail. And he was like, do we need, like, the people that are going to do it correctly, like at that, what you
To
would,
standard, yeah.
you know, to standard? Or do we need to send the guys that are going to just make sure it gets done in some way, anyway, no matter what?
We will get to
Like-
point B, but don't ask how.
Don't ask how we got here.
Hey, do we need to send the to-do, or, you know, the creative soldiers? Which one y'all want? 'Cause
Yeah.
motherfuckers can get creative now.
Like,
I've seen a lot of creative shit, bro.
I had one dude in the engineers that I was like, his name, we called him Kraft Mac and Cheese because his name was Kraft. And I'd be like, anytime I needed something done, I didn't care how it got done. I'd be like, hey man,
Hey, crap. Show love.
Kraft, I need you to do something for me. He'd be like, you need me to do something, or you need me to do something. I'd be like, I need you to do something. Like, go get this handled, man. I don't like when I come back, I just needed to be there. And he'd be like, all right, cool. And then one of the other platoons will be coming up to me because like our detachment, our armory had like 5 detachments in it of different units, and one of the other platoons would come up to me and be like, hey, Sergeant Hunter, I see you got one of those. We had one of those, but we don't know where ours is. I'm like, man, that sucks, man. This one's ours. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you. And like it'll literally have had like it'll say like their unit will be 1226, and it'll have 1226 on the side of it. You can see where it got etched out, and ours was running. It's like,
bro.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Hey,
like
bro.
that says ours. It might have used to be yours, but it's
Hey.
ours now.
Right now, hey, bro. That's rough, buddy. Take that, take it.
Oh man. I don't know if I want to tell a story or just read the rest of these. Okay. We'll do a story another time.
Yeah.
Pain is weakness leaving the body. It absolutely is not.
It's still pain.
Weakness leaving the body, but a lifetime of pain and 30% VA disability entering the body.
No, yes, no, yes.
I'm 100%
Yes,
listening.
no, yes. What?
Pain is pain entering the body. That's all there is to it.
Nah,
There's no
man.
weakness.
I mean,
weakness
the
leaving.
pain could be within the body, like,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, man. Nah, man. Shout out. Hey, I like that.
I mean, I'm not going to say there isn't any gain without some pain occasionally, right?
Right, shit. Okay, normally. you gotta
Yeah,
do something.
But,
I learned about that from Mark Wahlberg. Pain and gain.
Oh my god. Odious meal.
But yeah, somebody commented on this and said, I used to weigh 400 pounds. I dropped to 250 to enlist. At basic/AIT, I was told to push through. I pushed through because they said it was all in your head, etc. When I got to my first duty station, I still had knee and back pain.
Ooh.
I found out I had a derangement. Basically, my biomechanics were all jacked up from losing so much weight and then going to basic. He said it took 9 months of physical therapy.
Oh, well, my dog, you gonna get taken care of.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you were like,
So-
I mean, you're on orders. Like, you were good. I mean, I'm like, look, you lost 150 pounds to
Yes.
join.
Yes.
I didn't have to lose any weight to join, so
Right.
like, good for you, my man. Like,
Shout out to you, my boy.
you went above and beyond what most do.
Literally.
Now, yeah, it kind of came back to bite you because you did what you're told and pushed through, but hopefully you're good now, right?
And hopefully you get taken care of.
Mhm.
You know, some lookouts for stuff like that. Hey, shout out to you, though, for real. That shit is crazy. That shit is great. It's phenomenal,
Next comment. We had "Don't be a shitbag." Now I'm not sure
bro.
if
That's
this,
good advice.
this person
Yeah, I was
understood
gonna say,
the
wait.
context of the thing, but by actually trying to be a decent soldier, I got more work, more responsibilities,
Yes, sir.
and overall more expected out of me
Yes, sir.
for the same amount of money as someone who just fucked around all day.
But that doesn't, y'all, this harkens back to this shit over and over. That doesn't justify being a shitbag. Like, hey, man, there's supposed to be some solace in all of that
All right.
extra effort.
Now, the response to this comment touches on what I think you're trying to say.
Yeah.
So it's not bad advice. The don't be a shitbag. The bad part was leadership not doing anything about the shitbags.
Yes.
And not rewarding the decent soldiers. Being a decent soldier does lead to more of those things, but good leadership should also try and reward you for being a decent soldier with awards, opportunities for cool training and experiences, and trying to keep you out of the shitty details. At the same time, they should be recognizing who the shitbags are and putting them on those shitty details, keeping a paper trail of counseling statements and other disciplinary measures.
Yes. So that was the oh shit, I forgot. I completely thought of something else. That train left. Continue.
I will say like that was something I had a bad, like it definitely took me a minute to learn as a leader. Was like when I had shitbag soldiers and I had good soldiers, I would tend to detail the good soldiers because I would just know it would get done.
Yeah.
And like then I'd catch myself like my buddy Kraft would literally come up to me and be like, "Hey man, like kind of tired of doing this shit and like them not doing anything." And I'd be like, "Oh, well."
Yes.
Like,
Okay. I
but it
remember what I was
takes
gonna say.
sometimes it takes like you know, somebody that is a soldier that you have a good rapport with, that's willing to come up and tell you, hey man, like,
Yes.
you need to change.
And this is why we always say you're supposed to be able to correct discrepancies, even
In your
from low
superiors.
to
Yeah.
up, or vice versa.
Well, and something that I would do, because, as somebody in any kind of leadership role, like, our job is to just complete the task, right? Mission, accomplish the mission.
I'm going to pick the best person for the job.
And that's what we're going to do. We're always going to pick the best person. So I found myself doing the same thing. And I had somebody come up to me and tell me a similar thing, because they were just like, hey, like, I feel like it's always me and these other two people. And it's like, well, I know I can rely on you. But they were like, well, but then we miss out on this, that, whatever, right? And it's like, okay. And so what I would do is, instead of just giving those 3 soldiers I knew I could rely on all the tasks that I needed completed, is I'd be like, okay, I pull everybody together and I'd be like, all right, I need 3 teams. You're in charge of a team, you're in charge of a team, you're in charge of a team. And I'd be like, it's now your guys' jobs to accomplish a task each. And I don't care how it gets done.
Yep.
And then I would just check on all 3 of my teams, right? But then it's like, now nobody's just sitting around. And if I walk up and somebody is sitting around and they're not doing anything, then now we have another problem.
Yes.
Right? Whereas, like, I would just task those 3 and I just knew it was going to get done. I didn't even have to go check, worry about it, nothing. Right? I just knew it was going to get done because they had a great track record. But yeah, it's a little bit more work on my end, but, like, being a good leader and taking care of your soldiers is going to also be, like, giving them that opportunity to lead too.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I had to explain it to them, because they're like, well, I still have to go do it. And it's like, yes, but I'm setting you up for success later.
Yeah.
Right. So, I don't know. I feel like it's a double-edged sword, because we're going to do what's easier, because, like, we just need to get our job done, right? And we need whatever to get done. But you also got to look at future stuff for your jobs.
Yeah. And I literally went through a leadership environment that I would say, for instance, just didn't do enough quelling of shitbag behavior. You know what I'm saying? So I get exactly where, that perspective could be coming from. Like, damn, bro, it's like, I'm not even getting that importance. But at the same time, just like the response said, just like we've been saying, it's a leadership's responsibility to correct those things.
Yeah.
Because we don't want, good soldiers to get burned out. That's why I say I have to have that talk. I literally had 2 phenomenal fucking soldiers. Like, they are the hula squared away, super fucking soldiers that you would want up under you. I just happened to get blessed to have them too. Didn't stay like that, you know what I'm saying? I didn't stay having, just great soldiers. But, you don't want them to get burned out, but it's like you have to have them talks with them and shit like, hey, y'all, I know this shit kind of sucks. It hurts that you're getting used like this, but I promise you it's worth it. And then, you make sure it's worth their while in the ways you can.
All right, next comment. Trust but verify. So basically, don't trust anyone and assume they're going to screw you, because they likely will, especially with property. Now,
That's not what that means.
exactly. All right, so it's not what that means. It's very reading in between the lines as to what it's supposed to mean, right?
Yeah.
So the first response to this was, I've never been taught to view trust but verify in that manner. I've always been taught that it means trust your soldiers to do the job they've been given and delegate, meaning you don't need to micromanage and hover the entire time or do it for them, but make sure that it is done correctly when they're finished. For example, if they say they're done PMCSing the Humvees, do a quick inspection to make sure it's clean and the paperwork was filled out correctly before you turn it in. Or that you can step in if they're about to make a dangerous mistake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
that's 100%.
I mean, I agree with that,
Yeah,
right?
More or less. It is still flexible
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
the scenario you're in. But yeah.
And even information given, trust but verify. Like, if I ask something and you're the subject matter expert and you give me an answer, I'm not just going to go off of what you say. Especially in, like, the recruiting world. Like, we do that shit all the time, where I'll ask you something and you'll tell me the answer, and then I'll go look it up in the regulation to make sure we were right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Right.
It's so many examples to where, like, you could just and I'm not trying to shit on OP for this trust but verify shit, but there's so many examples to where, like, you can just kind of see what it means. It's like for inventory. I could trust, for example, that I have a Kevlar in my bag, But I also would probably want to verify that it's in my bag before I'm accountable for having that Kevlar in my bag. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
I could think it's in there, but it's not. If you're in a fucking gun crew, you can trust that your gunner verified the quadrant and the deflection of the round. You get what I'm saying? But the the um the chief still needs to verify that this is a safe mission for me to shoot. You know what I'm saying? I trust him. I gave him the safety tee. He looked at it. He said I'm good. But I'm finna send a fucking round out this dude. I need to make sure it's safe for me to do that. Like, you trust but verify. It's not that deep, bro.
It's literally crossing your T's, dotting your I's. Like
Literally.
it's just ensuring that what was tasked was accomplished correctly.
And you can still do that. I'm glad you mentioned micromanaging earlier. You can still do that without micromanaging.
Yes,
You can literally still do
100%.
that.
You just go back and check when it's done.
That's it.
Exactly.
Because there's way too many times that like it can bite you in your ass whenever your soldier comes up to you and is like, oh yeah, it's done, but they missed one thing.
Yeah.
And you went off of the assumption that it was done.
Right. Well, because you also got to think, like, when you're delegating something to another person, you're still responsible for whatever you delegated,
Yeah.
right? As whatever leadership role you're in. And so, like, you mentioned, like, a gun crew, right? Like, the chief is still responsible. Like, they are taking all responsibility, for what
happens on this piece.
for what their crew does, right?
Literally.
And so, like, if you just trust your gunner and you fire that,
Yeah.
you know,
Your
fire
gunner
that-
could have not had sleep for like 2 days or
Yeah,
some shit.
I mean,
because
like,
now
you
shit's
don't
working.
know.
So his eyes run together. He looked at it and was like, yeah, that shit good, bro. That's why we have checks. It's checks and balances, bro. Just constant checks. That's it.
So I mean, I liked this comment just because I felt like it brought up a good point, right? Like I kind of see where the guy's coming from. I feel like he just got a little salty on something that happened. Somebody mistook the trust but verify
Yeah.
meaning, and like he said, especially with property. So I'm gonna guess this is like an OCIE related thing,
Yes.
right? Like
No.
you know, shit happens, right?
Yeah.
And you've got that person that's the thief in the army, and everybody else is trying to get their shit back.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's why we verify.
Yeah. That's why you write the last 4 of your social on every tag
Mm-hmm.
of everything you ever get. And if you haven't been doing that, here's your advice. Start doing that.
Put a piece of tape.
Yeah, or a piece of tape. If it doesn't have a tag, put a piece of tape in it or something.
Well,
You
I mean,
2212? You sure about that?
because I mean, the big thing that I've run into, and I can only say this just because like I've had some shit happen where some OCIE was actually stolen. But like I put my social and my initials on all my tags, but they just cut the tags off.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And so like, but you know, having run into this I had a Marine Guard platoon sergeant that was a little above, and he was like, "Yeah, you take a piece of tape," and he's like, I don't. What's your favorite color? I was like, blue, and he's like, "Here's some blue 100-mile-an-hour tape or duct tape," and he was like, "I want you to write your social and your initials on every single one of these, and I want you to put it in a spot that isn't noticeable." And so like I had somebody steal my goggles, right? And like your goggles aren't something that you have to pay for later, right? Like they go, you get to keep them.
Yeah.
But it's still one of those things you have to check. And so like if you lose it, you're still in trouble, right? Well, somebody stole it because they couldn't find theirs, so they took mine. And but yeah, I had a little piece of tape like underneath one of the little extra pieces of fabric. And so we were going through everything, and I would like told like 2 other people that were leadership of mine that I was like, hey, like I know which ones are mine. I just need to see them. And so we pulled everybody else out, and that was in my squad, and we checked all of them. Nobody in my squad, everybody in the platoon, and there was this one dude in the platoon that didn't really get along with everybody else that had just happened to snag him at some point. But it was just one of those things. Like you always got to do what's best for you in those instances. Cover your own ass, right?
CYA, baby.
But
Can't never have too much of that shit.
anyway, we went a little long. We actually have some more stuff that we'd love to talk about, but we'll try and do that at a later date. And we'll post it on some socials or something along those lines and go from there. But
You guys want to hear us do it live? Post a comment. Let us know. Maybe something we can try out. If you guys like it, we can start doing a little something extra.
Yeah. Spin back.
But
Spin
as
block.
always, if you guys like what you hear and want us to keep going, like and subscribe, share it on social media, get our name out there. We're trying to get out there and do something to reach a few more years. So,
yeah, and we're always open to advice. I mean, like we had a couple of people hit us up on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram actually, saying that there were some issues with our audio. We were well aware of the issues with our audio.
Yes, we apologize for
But
that,
you
guys.
know, we apologize. We are learning. You know, this isn't something that we've done for very long. But we think we've got it all fixed. But like, we are open to those comments. Like, let us know if like, hey, like you guys all sounded like shit. Like, we would love to know that so that we can make corrections because maybe we don't think so.
Or if you really like hearing Hunter's voice and he didn't talk enough, tell
Yeah,
Hunter
yeah,
to
yeah.
talk more. I'll be happy to
You
talk
know.
more.
But we've got good things coming. You know, we should be able to start doing some videos here in a little while, other than just with words. You know, and we'll go from there. But anybody else got anything before we cut out?
Happy New Year's, y'all.
Yeah,
Hope y'all had a
you know,
great holiday season if you celebrate.
welcome to 2026, and
The big 2-6.
we'll.
May it be just as much of a shit show as 2025.
Let the shit times roll.
Right. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching, and until next time.
Kashmirga.